Hi guys, hello and welcome to a new video. Today I will react to 3 videos. Here you see 3 videos. Please give the video 3 likes with 3 different accounts and subscribe to 3 different accounts as well. So happy Christmas. And this video will come out on Christmas, the 24th. In Germany we celebrate on the 24th. Now most of the world celebrates on the 25th or 26th. Some even on the 6th of January. On the 6th of December, I think, in the Netherlands. When I'm mistaken, in some race in Russia on the 6th of January, I think. Tell me in the comments where you celebrate Christmas and when and how, also, if you want. I will react now to 3 videos. On the one side, 2 fun videos and 1 depressing video. The ocean is way deeper than you think. It's one of the fun videos. Let's start.
The ocean is.
I have to say here, this I like to watch reactions from this video always very much. If someone reacts to this video, I will mostly watch it, most likely. If it's a good audio and if people don't speak into the video. I really don't like if people speak while the video is playing. Just pause the video and tell something. The video can be double the length or 3 times the length. I will watch it if it's interesting. But I don't like it if people speak into the video. So I also want to say real life lore videos are awesome, amazing. I like them always very much. I will also soon react to the video real life lore videos be like. It's an amazing sketch video. I like it very much. But yeah, let's start with this one.
Really, really deep. Deeper, in fact, than most of us realize. If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep. 3/4 of our planet is already covered in water though, and it goes a lot deeper than just 2 miles. Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average.
I think he means if you take all of the land of the world, all of the stuff above the water, and spread it equally on the whole ocean, then everything would be 2 miles deep. And not just the deepest point of the ocean, filling this point with all of the land in the world. I think then you would have a very large island, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, let's watch this.
Human. This slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant, and this is the size of the largest ship ever built, the Knock Nevis. With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving. A little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania.
I'm not sure if I would ever go diving, but maybe I would. In the swimming pool I dived before, but I mean it's different than in the ocean.
Was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water. Just slightly deeper than that, at 100 meters, is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression sickness.
Please tell me in the comments what decompression sickness means and how it works and how it is dangerous.
But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving world record at a depth of 214 meters. This guy swam down to this level with just one single breath. But
it's amazing and scary at the same time. I mean, how long can you really hold your breath? I mean, not sure, maybe 30 seconds, but I mean, it takes much more time to swim down 214 meters than just 30 seconds or so, so it's amazing.
a little further down at 332 meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater. And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet and also the limit of the US Seawolf-class nuclear submarine. At
I always thought that submarines go a lot deeper than just 500 meters. Maybe I played too much Subnautica, because in the earlier versions of Subnautica, and also now if you I think use a cheat, I'm not sure, they changed something so you can't use cheats anymore. I think you could have this item which allowed your ship to go down as deep as I think 3,800 or 3,500 meters, but it was very empty at the steps. I think this deepest cave with this down this lava lake and this large creature is at 1,500 or so.
535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins, and this is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person or the penguins would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths, at 830 meters, would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world. Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the
I think it would also be scary much above this depth, but of course, no, it's just a name. But it's fun.
surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly. You would also meet the giant squid.
But people have been even deeper at 11,000 meters in this kind of suit. Not suit, but submarine. So if you could also build a suit, a protection suit, you could walk on the planet Venus. I think it would need to be very heat resistant because the surface is very hot. I think something like 400, 500 degrees Celsius. So very hot.
This sea level, if the water pressure
And much hotter than I am. Anyway, but yeah, let's continue. Giant squid, very I mean, of course, I've never seen something like this, but it looks very scary.
Didn't already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle, and further down at 1,828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us. Down at 2,000 meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it. Meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight. A little further down, at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms with eyes.
And that's very scary. And also the sperm whales look very scary.
The size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah, good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic. And a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the abyssal zone of the ocean.
Inside of one of those ships, it should be much more easily to, exist with as a human being. I mean, underneath any kind of structure, I think underwater, because the structure itself already takes away the water pressure. So, you would have maybe different problems down there, but not the water pressure, because the structure would take this away, I think. Could you build something underwater at this depth, like a city or a base? I'm not sure. I mean, in Subnautica it's possible, of course, but I'm not sure how it is in reality. You can tell me if you want.
Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here, and there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean, where you would normally expect.
This also just this picture from the ocean floor looks scary. I mean I think it's taken out of a submarine or so. It would make sense, but it definitely looks scary. I mean, in a suit. I would also, of course, like to walk in a kind of suit down there, which protects me. But scary, yeah, but interesting. I'm not afraid of the ocean. I'm just fascinated.
to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself. The water pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to an
I mean, the water pressure at 1000 meters was already similar to the planet Venus, and Venus has just a very thick atmosphere. So the reason for this is the atmosphere. If we could destroy the atmosphere or weaken the atmosphere, it would also be much different on Venus with the pressure on the surface. But not that I want to destroy the atmosphere of Venus. It's just I think if there would be less atmosphere, the pressure would also be much less. And there's Mars. Mars is also very interesting as a planet. Space is so fascinating. I also want to react to this video where space is much bigger than you think or something like this. Here's a German title. Maybe you see it or my webcam is above it. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure why YouTube sometimes translates YouTube, video titles for me. I don't want this. I want to see the original videos. I would like to change this, but I'm not sure where to change this. So let's continue.
elephant balancing on a postage stamp, or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets. Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic. Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount
I think there are maps on the world, out there, which show you the depths of the ocean at different parts of the globe. I would like to know where are these deep parts. I know in the Pacific, around the Mariana Trench and the where the deepest point of the world is. Known the deepest known part of the world. But where are the other deep parts? Is there? I mean, there's a mountain range in the Atlantic Ocean which comes from north to south. Yeah, tell me in the comments if you want.
Everest were to be upside down and placed underwater. And then, way further past even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission.
So inside of this kind of thing, a human being was standing or so, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. But how could there be any kind of armor, any kind of suit you could wear to protect you, like a spacesuit for underwater, for this depth, to walk on the ocean floor? I'm not sure if it is too mobile, if it's too. Maybe it's possible in the future, but yeah, tell me what you know about this.
The deepest point in the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using their Trieste submarine. It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface. Just a bit further down from there at 10,972 meters, and we reach the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and
you hear me. I flew before. I mean, I used the airplane before, and I looked out of the window, and it's very, very deep. So it's very scary, but interesting. I'm not scared. I would go down there, of course. If I would ever have the chance in a kind of protected suit or in a submarine, I would always go down. I would always go to space. I would do the things. It's just a once in a lifetime chance. If I would have the chance, I would do it. I would also visit North Korea. I would visit many countries in the world which I'm afraid of a bit in certain ways. If I would have the chance to do so, because sometimes you just need to use the chance and see how it is yourself.
Looked down to the ground, that's a very good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean called the Challenger Deep, right here on this map just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Sirena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has
That's what he's now about to say is both scary and amazing at the same time, as most of the stuff. Many videos about kind of space or the deep ocean or other things are always I mean, for some people maybe scary. For me, it's just amazing. Also, the universe, how it is a billion times larger than anything we can possibly imagine, and even larger than this. It's not scary. It's also not scary that we might never see, or most likely never see certain parts of the universe. Maybe we will. Maybe we will not. But it's amazing to be alive and explore the universe and the deep ocean. We should do it in peace. We should not. We should work together. I think, for example, also the International Space Station between Russia and other countries and also the United States, they should continue with this. I think it's about to expire the teamwork, but they should continue. Only if we really work together, we can reach the absolute limits of humanity and everything.
has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found, and who knows what we may discover there.
Amazing video. Subscribe to Real Storm. And support him on Nebula or Curiosity Stream or wherever he is. And yeah, I give it a like. I really like this video. I love watching reaction to this video. Now I have reacted myself. You see it on Christmas. There will be other reactions in this video. And see you guys later.